good, guys? Welcome back to RonsRides, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to another video where in front of me here at Masi Alfa Romeo of Daytona Beach, I have a 2018 Alfa Romeo Stelvio Ti Sport, and it's actually a pre-owned model that is here for sale that I want to show you guys and show you what kind of deal that you can get on one of these cars when they come in pre-owned. Now this one is actually have been in the loanership program. The loanership program is a thing that when you go to bring your car in for service, they give you a loaner car, and a loaner car will reflect normally the type of car you have. So say if you have an Alfa Romeo Giulia or Stelvio, they'll give you a Giulia or Stelvio to drive home or to drive around and run your errands in while you are getting your car worked on. And now this is here for sale at the dealership as a loaner vehicle or as a pre-owned vehicle. So with that said, I'm gonna let you guys know the pros and cons, options and features for this specific Stelvio. Now with this Alfa Romeo Stelvio being a 2018 model and being a TI Sport, it's going to be an all-wheel drive. They only made all-wheel drive in 2018, so there's no way that you could have the rear-wheel drive versions like you can with the 2019 models. Now with this model specifically, you're getting Alfa Red. Alfa Red is Alfa's entry-level red, as opposed to the Rosso Competizione red. This is a standard color, all right? It's a beautiful color, and Alfa Romeo does red very well, but this is a beautiful color that you have here in front of you. If you want the Rosso Competizione, you have to pay an extra $2,200. Now, with it being a sport model, you actually have sport wheels. So you're looking at your 20-inch sport wheels with the red calipers and the white script on the Alfa Romeo there, all right? So you see the nice 20-inch aluminum wheels, all right? You do have Continental tires, and then you have the red calipers, Brembo brakes, all right, with the white script. Looks really good. The sport wheels are my favorite on the Stelvio. Unless it's the Stelvio Quadrifoglio, then obviously I like the 5-hole dark wheels. But these wheels are my favorite on the Stelvio models. Now also with this being the sport package, you're gonna see stuff like the window moldings and roof rails done in black. So there's gloss black around the windows and there's gloss black on the roof rails. Now this car, with it being a loaner model, is tinted. Some of our dealership cars on the lot here are tinted as well. So if you guys are wondering, this whole blackout look is part of the sport package and the windows being tinted, and then you have the black roof rails. And then in the rear, there's no particular thing that sets it apart. Being a sport package here in the rear, all the rears are the same, but you do see the Q4, knowing that this is a 2018. All of them are gonna have that Q4 badge, which is a smart, intelligent, all-wheel drive system that kicks in within milliseconds when you need it. But other than that, pretty standard in the back. What you really look at on the sport package are the wheels and the black moldings with the black roof rails. But other than that, the front and the back are pretty standard, pretty the same between the two. When it comes to power, the Stelvio's mechanical makeup shadows that of the Alfa Romeo Giulia. With that, it's a turbocharged 2-liter inline 4-cylinder making 280 horsepower with 306 foot-pounds of torque, backed by an 8-speed ZF automatic transmission. When you're talking about fuel economy for the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, you're looking at 24 combined miles per gallon, 22 city and 28 highway. And with this, you're doing premium unleaded fuel. Now, when it comes to cargo space, the Stelvio is not a slouch. You're looking at 55.6 cubic feet of space when it comes to the Stelvio. Now, with that said, you can also push those rear seats down. As you can see, all three fold down, all right? You have a privacy vent right here, right over the top, all right? You have stuff like extra storage space right down here in the center, all right? And then in the center of that, you do have your battery stowed away back there. 50-50 weight distribution is definitely going to help out. And then you look up and you're like, maybe I wanted to get rid of this. You can take this off too in order to help free up some space here. So this just automatically lifts up if you go to pull on it. And I mean, you take this out, you got more space going up and down, you got deep space when you fold down the seats. It's just a cargo dream. It's really for someone who is looking to take trips and really haul things around and really use this, what it's used for. Because if you don't use the trunk, there's no point really of getting the Stelvio. I think this is where you benefit the most when getting a Stelvio, is the cargo space in the back. Now this Stelvio is fitted out with a very nice interior. It is the Sport TI, so you're gonna get the sport seats, you're gonna get the aluminum trim, the paddles, all that stuff. The chocolate leather looks amazing, especially with that red on the exterior. But let's step in here and see everything that we get with this TI package. Now keep in mind that this is a, loaner unit, so if you see a little bit of wear and tear, that's the reason why. So you can kind of see what kind of condition this has been in for the time that it has been in the loanership program. So with the Sport TI, you're looking at things like these big Italian aluminum paddle shifters. They're column mounted, they do not turn with the wheel. You do have the aluminum pedals right down there. Dead pedal, brake pedal, gas pedal. Very aggressive on the gas pedal. I do like how sharp it is, how angular it is. You also have the aluminum trim here in the center console. You have it throughout the dash and throughout the doors as well. So you see it swoops all the way through, all the way to the other HVAC vent, and then on the door it goes all the way down, and it's a big part of that door trim there. It's very nice there. Now you also have what we spoke about, those seats. The bucket seats, the sport seats, the ones that are perforated, that look really good, has a nice bolstering on the sides, has the extra thigh support as well. Just looks phenomenal. I really love the sport seats on this car. They're not the most comfortable. I feel like the cannoli seats in the Lusos are the most comfortable. Then comes these, and then comes the standard seats. Some people will really like these. People who are more vertically inclined may find that these bolsters are hitting the side of their shoulders, which scrunches them in. I've seen that before when I've taken clients out for test drives and they have their shoulders here, and it really doesn't fit like it would up here if your shoulders were up here, but shorter people will get these in the way. So keep that in mind. If you're a certain height, you want to be able to fit in these comfortably. Now powering up this specific model here, right there, foot on the brake, start stop button there on this nice flat bottom steering wheel. We'll close the door in, and I'll show you a couple things that this may have or may not have depending on what you're looking for. Now, as I have a lot of returning subscribers, I won't go too in depth on the interior as far as the different things that it can do, the infotainment, the odometer, all that stuff. I will link you to, at the end of this video, the videos that I've done on Stelvios, so you can take a closer look if you're really interested going deeper into what the Stelvio can do. I'm going to explain more of what this has and what it doesn't have, so people who are looking for this specific loaner model, they can only get here. They know what they're getting into. Now, with 2018 Alfa Romeo Stelvios, you cannot retrofit your infotainment screen to have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Now, that might not be huge to some people because some Giulias you could do it. All the 2019 models, Stelvio and Giulias, come with it. Reason why I say that is this specific model does not have navigation. So you see that there's a blank down here. Well, there's no navigation, which is why there's a blank. So in most cases, if you did have a blank and didn't have navigation, you would just use your phone and plug it into the system for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto and just have it pop up on this screen. Well, you cannot have that because the 2018 models were unable to function with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. No software updates, no nothing. So I just wanted to make sure you guys knew that just in case. Now, obviously, you can use your phone and just stick it up on the window, put it up in the vent, or anything like that. But I wanted to let you know, since there's no navigation on that and you can't do Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, stuff like that may be important to you guys. But this does have the big 8.8-inch screen, which is an upgraded screen. So you do see that on this one. So you see the screen goes all the way across instead of it being the 6.5. You also get with this heated seats and steering wheel options. So you do see right here, I have heated seat for the driver, I have a heated steering wheel, and I have the heated passenger seat. All right, no ventilated seats for the Alphas. Unfortunately, that's not a thing. You do have your parking sensors, as you do for all Alfa Romeos, which comes standard, and your start stop button to turn start stop on or off, whether you like it or not. We have to have it in the vehicles. So here's a mode that if you want to turn it on or turn it off, you can do so. Now, with this being a loaner model, the dealership did not spec it up with all the bells and whistles. So here are some of the things that you're going to be missing. The driver assistance packages, both the static and dynamic. What you're missing is you're missing your blind spot monitoring. So you do not have the triangle here that will illuminate when you have someone in your blind spot. You're also missing the lane departure warning. So it would be right here on this steering wheel stack here that will show you that you have your lane departure warning that you can turn on and off, that will beep or sound or vibrate when you are changing lanes. It does not have the forward collision warning as well, to where if you're coming up to a car at a certain amount of speed and the car is not moving, it will give you the warning, chirps and everything, and brace for impact. There's also stuff that is missing, like the navigation, which I did speak about, so no navigation here. All right, there's another thing that we're talking about that is missing, which it might not be big for you guys, but no sunroof. So some people like the sunroof, some people don't. That is very, very subjective here in Florida, because some people don't like to let a lot of heat in to really heat up the cars and, you know, I mean, really just burn up your interior. Now you do have a shade for the sunroofs, but you know, they are kind of thin, so it's not something that everybody likes, which I understand. I understand completely. So those are a couple of things that this is missing: navigation, driver assistance packages, and the sunroof. But other than that, this has everything you would need in it besides those few things. Just a couple of quick tidbits on the car, just to anybody who's new to Alfa Romeo or the Stelvio. You have your seat memory here, 1, 2, and 3. You have your truck release here. You also have your window controls, window lock, your mirrors. All right, you do have your cruise control here, hill descent. All right, you also have your radio controls here, up and down, left and right for the radio. Your voice controls here. Down in the center console here, you have your 2-track system for your gear select. All right, so you have top P for park. You're gonna pull out of park, drive. You're gonna go to reverse, neutral, and then if you wanna go to manual, push it to the side, back to park, push it in. You do have an independent radio button here. You can turn up and down, you can pause it, or you can change the stations by going left and right. Your driving modes here: dynamic gives you the most throttle response, natural, everyday city driving, advanced efficiency, mainly for cruise control or highway driving, your most fuel economy mode. You do have your menu and option button for your infotainment system. Turn up and down, left and right. You can move this in, press it down to do your navigating through your infotainment system and getting everything for the options that you need. Also, your electric parking brake right here, tucked under this armrest, which is in the center here, gives you plenty of space. You do have your aux and your USB port there, and then you have a tray here. You have a couple of things in, or you can make it a little bit deeper and pull the tray out, and now you got ample amount of space down there. HVAC controls, pretty explanatory, but you can change your fan speed right here, turn AC on and off here, and then you do have dual zone climate controls there. You have a USB plug in there, 12 volt, and if you want to expose those cup holders, just push this back, and there are your cup holders. Now, if you want to close this, do not pull on it, push it, and it comes back to you nice and softly. Home link here for your garage door opener, and then right in the center, you do have your reading lights, your dome lights, and you have your floodlights as well. You do have automatic windshield wipers on this side too, which you see that was on automatic 1. It's off now. You have automatic 2, and then you have your standard low or high for your windshield wipers. And then on this side, you do have your parking lights or your bright lights, and then you do have your turn signal. It is a soft touch system, so I hit it softly, blinks 3 times, stop, hit it hard, stays on. As for the rear, plenty of space. Still get your bucket seats for the Sport TI package. You still get your USB cables as well. You get 2 of them right down here. You also have a spot for stowage or for your phone or anything like that. You do have your net for stowage right up front, your front seat. And then you do have your beautiful door paneling that looks the same in the back as it does up front. You have your aluminum trim, you have your aluminum door handle. All right, then you have your nice chocolate interior with the soft touches here and here. All right, then you have the black plastic at the bottom with a little cubby hole space for storage, but not much there. All right, and then if I swing around here, you're going to see your cup holders, everything there as far as your cup holders goes. All right, and then your space. Let's see how much space I got. Well, let's open up the door so we can get a little bit more light in here. All right, so you see I'm 5'11". I have tons of space as far as my leg room. It's gonna be close to the same as the Giulia. All right, so it's not gonna be anything spectacular. That's what I said for the Stelvio. It's not that you're getting a lot more backseat space, it's that you're getting a lot more cargo space. You're sitting higher off the ground, you can off-road, stuff like that. But when you're talking about backseat space, maybe not necessarily the Stelvio. It may be something that we'll see in the future from Alfa. I'm keeping my mouth shut on that, but we'll see something with maybe a little bit more space. But for this one here, this is what you're looking at. So let's talk about pros and cons for this Stelvio before we get into the price and the mileage on it. Now, the pros, obviously the sport package, all right? It's gonna make it look a lot more aggressive. And you know, some people might not like that, but maybe they like the more Lusso luxury type feel. But you know, for the exterior, I think it's a really good look on it. I think it plays very well, like with those 20-inch sport wheels, with the red calipers and white script, looks very good. And with the black moldings, with the black roof rails, it also looks very good. But that's the extent of the exterior on the sport package. So there's really not much that it changes. You know, these are a couple of options that you might be able to deal without. So when it comes to the exterior, I think that's really the only pro. Now, when it comes to the con, there's not much at all either. The only thing that I would say would be the con for the exterior, and it's the same for the interior, is no sunroof. Again, very subjective. Some people might not even care about the sunroof, but the sunroof will turn the entire roof black and the shark fin antenna black, and obviously it's gonna give you your sun and it's gonna give you your airflow throughout the inside of the vehicle. But subjective. Other than that, this is a perfect spec. Now the cons on the interior has a lot to do with the technology. It does not have either driver assistance package, does not have navigation, again, does not have the sunroof, and it doesn't have stuff like the extended leather package, which you have the leather on the top of the dash, you'd have the leather on the door with the contrasted stitching. Other than that, I think that they did a pretty good job here. Again, not much to complain about unless you guys like that other stuff or need that other stuff. I think this does the job for what the price is. So let's get to that. Let's talk about that price. This Alfa Romeo Stelvio has traveled 9,882 miles. All right, so this Stelvio has traveled a little under a year's average for your typical driver. They say about 12,000 to 15,000 miles for a typical driver to put mileage on their vehicle. So normally when you have a car and you drive it like normal, you probably reach between that mileage range. All right, so it's under that mileage range, under 10,000 miles, just under. And let's talk about what they're selling this for. So Alfa Romeo of Daytona Beach is asking $34,900 for this Stelvio. Someone who's in the used market is gonna really get a good deal on something like this at $34,900. You just have it with the 4-year, 50,000 mile bumper to bumper warranty as well. So it still has its original warranty on it. Since it's not a certified pre-owned, that is the warranty that comes standard with the Alfa Romeos. So you still have 40,000 miles to put on this before it's out of warranty, or you still have 3 more years. It doesn't need to be certified at this moment, but it's something that you can do down the line. So if you do want it certified, definitely talk to whoever you need to at that time being, and you will get that done. Obviously, it is more money to get it certified, so don't think that it is free, but that's just how it is. Now, with that said, what are you guys thinking? Do you think $34,900 is a little much for this? Or do you think that it's just the right price and that you're getting a deal? Like I said, for a car that has only been driven 9,000 miles, that is only a year old, that you can sell like this for $34,000, I mean, I think that's really a good price, but you guys might think that I'm going to be biased. So I obviously want to hear what you guys have to say so I can argue with you in the comments down below as always. So before we get out of here, let's take one last look at the Stelvio. We'll take a spin around here. We do have the front LEDs on, daytime running light LEDs, all right, with your bi-xenon headlights and your amber turn signal up front. All right, you do have also your turn signal in the mirror here. We'll go to this side where it's a little darker so you can see that turn signal flashing. All right, and then on the rear, you have your LED tail lamps. All right, so what do you guys think about this car? Pretty awesome. I think that it's a great time to be in the market. If you guys wanted to get into something like this, you definitely got to hit up the dealership. So I'll leave all of their info and links down below so you guys can check it out. You guys also got to hang out at the end of the video because I'll link you to a video of me doing a thorough run through an Alfa Romeo Stelvio test drive, so you guys can see more about the vehicle before you decide to take your time to come to the dealership and actually experience it for yourself, because you can't do all of your shopping online. You have to experience these cars for yourself. There's no way to put these into words until you actually drive them. If you guys want to support the channel, definitely give the video a like. It definitely helps support the channel. More people see the videos, helps it get up in the rankings, so I appreciate that. Also, if you want to help support the channel, I do have a one-time donation through PayPal. It's down in the description there. You just follow the link and you can donate $1, $2, whatever you guys want. I appreciate all of it. Also, I do have my Patreon there as well. If you want to do a monthly subscription donation, you can do that too. Check me out on Facebook. Check me out on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. Get to know a little bit more about me, see what I'm up to, see what I'm posting, see what I'm filming next. And with that said, subscribe to Ron's Rides for more Maserati Alfa Romeo videos, for more content, car news, and just all around automotive content. With that said, you guys click that notification bell so you can get notified as soon as the video comes up, and we'll talk to you guys in the next Ron's Rides video. You guys be safe, be blessed, and we'll talk to you then. Peace.